my name is Sam from Blueberry Vintage Company, and today we're going to be flipping a desk. It's a little children's desk. I got it for free off of Facebook Marketplace, and I'm so excited to paint it a beautiful springy green color. We're going to be using the shade Upper Canada by Fusion Mineral Paint. I have been wanting to do something springy, something green, something cottagey, something adorable. That's the plan. We're just going to paint the whole thing. I think do the top a wood, just wood, raw wood. Maybe do like a whitewash. I'm not sure yet. We'll have to see what the color of the wood looks like. The entire thing is solid pine. I do know that, so I'm really excited about that. I'd love it if you would subscribe wherever I'm going to put the thing. And I'd love if you follow us over on Blueberry Vintage Company on Instagram, because I share a lot of stuff on there. I love to thrift, so I share a lot of thrift hauls, a lot of vintage stuff that I find, all of our furniture flips. We just be like posting up there. By we, I mean me, Sam. Let's just like get started. Here's the desk. Like I said, I got it off of Facebook Marketplace. I got it for free, which was amazing. The color, it looks like wood, but they did some sort of faux wood finish. So that's the first layer, and then there's red underneath, and then underneath that is the wood. So there are a lot of layers on here, and I have a lot of sanding ahead, but let's clean first. So now I'm trying to scrape off this glue. I don't know what it was, but clearly I'm not able to get it off. I just keep going at it with this scraper tool. Eventually I had to sand it with some extreme grit. I'm really bad at remembering the number of grits. I think the more coarser grit is lower numbers, so I think I used like 80 grit on that. But right now I'm just taking off the knobs. You can see the red underneath the knobs. So there was that weird like faux wood and then the red. And I'm just filling in the holes because I'm not going to be using those knobs again. I'm actually going to be using some Apothecary label handles, so I won't need those original holes. And then next I'm going to be sanding with my hands, because you'll see why later, unfortunately. Here are the drawers all sanded after I puttied them. These are ready for paint, but first I need to sand down the table. All right, here's me buff sanding the chair, and I gotta tell y'all, something tragic is about to happen. I don't normally do the furniture flips. Normally my wife does them, and you know, I just don't exactly know everything. And when this next thing happened, I was shook. I was like, what did I do? And I was honestly a little bit afraid to tell my wife. Okay, is it happening soon? Let's see here. Okay, I think it's about to happen. So just watch the sander closely. Did you see that? Like, has this ever happened to anyone else? Please leave a comment if it has. Look at me. I mean, I'm baffled. I'm flabbergasted. Yeah, just peel that off. That should help. That should help you figure it out, Sam. I mean, honestly. And then, oh, okay. Oh, wow, we're turning on the sander. We are just a detective here. Okay, so here's a close-up of what happened. The pad, like, fell off. So now I have to hand sand. And, you know, I'm still sore. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm still sore from this. Okay, so I got the drawers all sanded and the chair, and so I'm gonna start painting by hand. I wanted to try my sprayer. I don't know. Last time I used the sprayer, it was on the wrong setting. And it's also really windy out, and I don't have one of those like covers. So I was thinking about just hand painting, plus it's such a small project. I don't know. I brought the chair in here inside because it is so windy outside. I'm freezing. So, and stuff kept like blowing in it. What was that? Anywho, I just brought it in, and then I just thought maybe we could chat. You know, maybe we could have a little conversation. So I ended up hand painting. I don't know if I filmed during what is only to be described as a fiasco with the paint sprayer. So, you know, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. You know, my wife, Renee, is the one who does all the flipping, the furniture flippage. And I run our social media page, and I go thrift shopping, and I like staging. Sometimes I like to paint the furniture. I'm not very good at it, but you know, I'm trying my best. I think it's kind of fun. Sometimes I don't think it's fun. I think I'm more of an indoor girl. So, hence why I'm inside, semi-inside. So yeah, so I'm really trying my best. I thought this would be like a simple, fun piece to flip. I think it's still gonna come out really good. Like, I'm not gonna put out crappy work. So I'm excited about it. It's just, you know, it's not my journey. You know, I'm not a woodsmith. I am not a craftsman of sorts. But I do love to help design. Okay, well, you stop bouncing. I do love to help design. So when we get a piece, I always have like, instantly I'm like, this is what we're doing with it, you know, like I have kind of like a vision, if you will. And so I just kind of tell Renee what to do. Just kind of boss her. She definitely has lots of good ideas too. So we're like a team. We're a team. We're a team. See, like, this is the type of thing, I don't know. Am I supposed to paint under here? It's under the chair. I'm a paint it, I guess. I don't know. So, we live in Maine, and today it is, you know, March is like so confusing. You're ready for spring, but here it could snow one day, it could be 60 the next. It could, you know, rain and then literally snow in the afternoon. So we just never know what's happening in March. Pretty much April too. April is a bit of a mystery month. May does start to get pretty nice and springy. But today it is like 40, so I started out hot. You know, when you live in Maine, that's kind of warm. When you've been trapped in winter mode forever. But then the wind is killing me. I feel like Maine is so windy. The wind is really what gets me. Because it could be so sunny and nice out, but then you've got the wind. It's freezing. This paint also, this has been quite a journey. I love this color. I'm loving the shade. Definitely springy and green, just like I wanted. Sometimes I love fusion paint. That's all we use. Am I just like going, I'm starting a thought and then I'm losing it. But anyway, I'm gonna get to the point eventually. So I love this paint. It's all we use. Sometimes because it's a mineral paint, you can see a swatch of a shade and then you'll get it on furniture and you're like, wait a minute, that is not exactly what I thought it would be. So you kind of just have to go with the vibe more than an exactness. So you kind of just can't be too dead set on the shade. Ooh. Have your heart set on an exact match of a shade because it's mineral paint. It's all natural, so it's gonna have some inconsistencies, that's the word. But what I was going to say, what my original thought was, is this is giving me a harder time than normal because I started out with the, is this blurry? I started out with the paint sprayer and it needs to be mixed with water. So I really put my whole heart and soul into that, thinking it was going to work. Put all the eggs in one basket and, you know, it failed me. And so now I've got a watery paint mixture here. I'm just trying to use it up because I never want to pour that back into the jar. So this is probably going to take a lot of coats. No, not really. Maybe 2 coats, 3 tops. But normally Fusion's really, really pigmented and can just, a little goes a long way. This is like watered down, which is just not the best. No. Okay, please stop bouncing. So Renee went to Home Depot to try to get, because, you know, I thought this was going to be the simplest project, but it's turned out it's not. The sander had broke, so she went to get a part to replace it, and Lowe's, I believe, or Home Depot, I can't remember which one, and they didn't have the part. I've only had it for a few months, but it's over the 90 days, so they won't return it. And so she's heading over to the other one, whichever one it was. If it wasn't Lowe's, now she's going to Home Depot. You know what I'm saying? So she's heading over to the one she thinks they have a part similar. That will hopefully work. And if not, we'll have to buy a whole new sander, which kind of stinks. Because you have not had that very long. Cheap one. I mean, kind of like middle of the road. It's the Black & Decker. And it's worked fine. You know, it's not like that fancy one. I forget what it's called off the top of my head. The one that has the suction, has the soft sanding pads. It has the vacuum. We don't have any of that yet. Eventually we will, but we don't. So, you know, it was not a bad sander. matching these adorable little pulls that are apothecary style. I've been dying to use this style because I love it. I can still see a little bit of where I had, where there were original pulls. So with this desk, it's old, and my style is more cottagey, just vintage and not perfect. So I don't know. I don't really believe that you have to have everything look perfect. So I'm kind of going off of vibes here. I don't have the measuring tape. So I think that, you know, I'm a girl. This is how we do stuff. I think that this looks even. Okay, so I'm just gonna go for it. So it comes with these teeny little screws. This type of desk is pine and it's super lightweight. I don't have the Phillips kind of this, so we're just gonna, okay, here we go. Anyway, this desk is pine. It's really lightweight, so you don't need, I need a different screw. I need there to be like screw holes drilled into the drawer itself, just because they are so lightweight. So just these tiny little screws will be fine. I really need the kind that is Phillipsy. So unfortunately, my camera battery died. Seems fitting for today's video. You did not get to see me do the top of the table. I finished it with a whitewash with Algonquin mixed with a little bit of, what is that shade? Oh, I mixed it with casement and it made this really beautiful whitewash on the top. I really love how the table came out. I love the green. I love the labels. I just love everything about it. And one of my really good friends ended up buying it for her son. If you made it this far, thanks so much for watching.